Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie and I make relaxed hair videos here on YouTube. Today, I just wanted to have a little bit of like a chit chat about stretching your relaxers. So in the relaxed hair world, when you talk about stretching, what you're really talking about is decreasing the frequency in which you relax. You know, a lot of the times, hairdressers like to tell you, come back in 4 to 6 weeks or 6 to 8 weeks is a ploy. It's part of the system. Imagine if it is that you're stretching for 4 months or 6 months and you're going to a hairdresser, then you're only going to them 2 times a year. But if it is that, you know, you're relaxing hair every 4 weeks, that's 12 times a year, bro. And to me, that's ridiculous. That's too often and it's not good for your hair. By extending the time in between relaxers, you're able to see that demarcation line a little bit better. And that demarcation line is that line where, you know, below it you have your relaxed hair, but above it you have your natural hair, the hair that's growing out of your scalp, your new growth. When it is that you stretch your relaxer, there's more new growth for you to relax, and you're able to actually see, this part has already been relaxed, this part is still natural, so I can see where exactly I'm gonna be putting the relaxer on. And in so doing, you're not relaxing parts that have already been relaxed, so you're not overlapping relaxers, which can really make your hair end up being like thin and lifeless and over processed. But instead, by stretching relaxers, you're able to see what you gotta do, and then you're gonna end up with thicker, longer, healthier hair. And boom, 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 that's what we want. And after being exposed to a lot of like YouTube channels and blogs about relaxed hair and just healthy hair care in general, I started to stretch my relaxers. I went from like 8 to 9 weeks stretching to like doing no less than 10 weeks. I know to some people, you know, man, Jolene, that's just what, 1 week, 2 week difference. Let me tell you something. If you're relaxed and you have new growth, girl, you know that new growth be aging in dog years. Don't even get tired. So then I started doing it every 10 to 12 weeks. And now in my hair regimen video that I made earlier this year, I said I'm going no more than 14 weeks, so it's somewhere in between 12 and 14 weeks I'm aiming for each time I relax this year. If it is that you want to stretch beyond 12 weeks then or beyond 14 weeks, however long you feel comfortable with, then by all means it's up to you, because each person's time frame of stretching or when next they're gonna have the relaxer is totally personal to them. I'm very comfortable with the 12 to 14 week stretch period. I'm able to let my new growth come in so that the line of demarcation will be easily seen, but I'm also not doing anything that's going to cause my hair to break or fall off, because it doesn't make any sense. We're trying to retain all that new growth and then the ends are breaking and you're not able to retain any length. It's kind of counterproductive. This probably has to be the longest intro ever, but if it is that you're still watching, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video. It helps me to know that you guys like this kind of content. Make sure you comment down below as well, because we love to interact. You guys know I think sharing is caring. So make sure you share this video with a friend, drop it in the inbox, put it up on your status, let the world see that this is the channel to watch, and of course subscribe to the channel so you can keep on coming back and see my content, and so we can grow together. So my first tip, which I think is very important, is to make sure that your hair is always moisturized. I find like the further I go into my relaxer stretch is the more difficult it is for me to retain moisture, so I find myself having to moisturize my hair even more. So it's very important when you're stretching for you to make sure that the entire length of your hair is well moisturized and sealed and locked away in a vault, because it's valuable. So it's important when you moisturize and seal that you're making sure that you're getting the new growth as well as getting the entire length of your hair. Another great way that we know I love to get that moisture into your hair is by deep conditioning. Personally, I deep condition every single week. I definitely advise people to do the same, but you know that this video is not about deep conditioning, although I try to incorporate it into every single video I do. But it's very important to deep condition when it is that you're stretching your relaxer, or just when you have hair in general, so that your hair is able to get some moisture in. Keep it nice and moisturized for the week, and then you top it up with the moisturizing and sealing, and then your hair is going to be less prone to breakage. You have two completely different textures. No, I'm not a parent, but I know from my own parents, like my parents had 4 children, and even though we were raised in the same household under the same rules, we're completely different people, and the same parenting style cannot be applied to each individual the same way, because it wouldn't work for each individual the same way. Y'all, I be coming through these analogies. That's another fashion, like your hair, these are two different, yes, it's all come from your scalp, all come from your household, but they're two completely different children. You have to treat them kind of differently with different levels of care, right? So I don't know if you can see my new growth. This area here will be my demarcation line, which is much weaker than the rest of my hair that's already been processed, and definitely weaker than up here, which is my new growth coming in. For me, when I'm applying my moisturizer and my oil, and honestly sometimes I put a little bit of shea butter on my roots as well, and do the lock method, which is liquid oil cream. So like a liquid like water and water mixed with like a leave-in conditioner, oil, and then cream being the shea butter. I put that on my new growth, but not the length of my hair, because it will make the length of my hair way down. So this is why we transition into the next step of working in sections. But say I'm working in sections, I'm gonna do my regular moisturize and seal, which is gonna be linked up above. But then I'm gonna come in the section and then part, and then put some shea butter on the roots, or even like a heavier oil like castor oil, and put it on the roots so that the new growth is adequately moisturized. It's important to work in sections because you don't want to just, you know, do your hair all together and then some parts are being left out. And then of course you're gonna be able to detangle, my next step. There are two different ways to detangle. Okay, so you're gonna want to detangle this hair coming up. Always start at your ends and work your way up to your roots, and then just make sure that your new growth is adequately detangled, so that when you're washing your hair, deconditioning your hair, when you're trying to just apply everything through your hair, you're not going to be pulling at the new growth and causing it to snag and break off at the demarcation line, which is where it's going to be likely to break off. My next step is to manipulate your hair less. So for me, I do wash my hair every single week. That's me. And I usually keep my hair in one style for the whole week. You know, I have a lot of flyaways, so it's not to say like, you know, I did it on Sunday and it's gonna last all the way till Friday. No child. Anybody does that, tell me how, show me your ways, massa. If I'm doing a braid out or twist out, it's gonna last me, girl, it's gonna last me. It's gonna last me, you know, at least 3-4 days of that week, because I don't want to be manipulating my hair too much, because again, it's two different textures, and you know, one day your hair back in a bun, next day up in a bun, the next day it's swept to the side. Like, that's too much stress for your weekend hair. Like, give her a break, okay? You need to do all them different styles. I suggest doing that earlier, like closer to when you first get your relaxer, as opposed to closer to when you need your next relaxer. And then my last step will be to be patient. So I remember when I used to do like 8 to 9 weeks. The first time I did 8 weeks, second time I did 9 weeks. When the next time I did 10 weeks, and then I started doing 11 weeks, then 12 weeks, and up to 13, back to 12, whatever it is. You want to be patient. I think it's unrealistic for you to go from a place of not stretching your hair. Also, say you're relaxing every 4 weeks, for you to then jump to 8 weeks or to 12 weeks. Like, it's gonna shock your hair, and your hair, again, she's gonna be spiteful. So my suggestion is be patient with it, you know, work it up gradually, ease it into your regimen of extending your relaxers. So if you do every 4 weeks now, try for 5 weeks next time, and then 6 weeks the next time, and see how you can work your way up to stretching your relaxer. And then also just be patient with your hair. Yes, it's two different textures, two different children, but they still need all of your love, and I want you to make sure that you're giving that to them. Don't get, you know, frustrated with it and, you know, just rip it through, just say you're gonna cut you off, like, bruh, like all that dramatics, all the drama, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help your hair, it doesn't help you either. So it just works to be patient with your hair and just take your time. I know that you can do it, because I know that you're definitely capable, and clearly, you know, you want to make a difference because you came to the right place. So I wish you all the best. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. That just about wraps it up. I hope you guys learned something from these videos. I hope that you're successful on your next relaxer stretch. In fact, let me know what's the longest you've ever gone in between relaxers in the comment section down below. And until the next time, always remember to stay hopeful, stay faithful, and stay loving. I'll see you guys in the next one. Blessings.